والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So before we start the majlis, I think it's only right that we begin by saying our salutations to the Imam of our time by standing up together and reciting Dua Imam Zamani. Let's all stand up and face the Qibla and recite it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma kulli waliyika mujaddid min salawatika alayhi wa ala alihi fi hadhihi as-sa'a wa fi kulli sa'a waliyyan wa hafizan wa qa'idan wa nasiran wa dalilan wa aliyan hatta tuskinahu rabbaka tawra wa tumatti'ahu fiha tawila bi rahmatika ya So today is the first of Muharram. Today we start our journey towards the day of Ashura. But the purpose of holding these majalis, the purpose we're all sitting here instead of going outside on this nice sunny day, is to hopefully learn something from these majalis, apply it to our everyday lives so we may become better Muslims and better people. Today we're going to be talking about the true meaning of friendship in the eyes of Allah. A lot of you are in school. I know summer break just started, but a lot of you are going to be going back to school. And I think it's really important to understand the true meaning and importance of friendship in Islam. Imam Jafar as-Sadiq alayhi salam, he's spoken very clearly about friendship in his hadith. He has said that friendship is known by its boundaries. There is a boundary that needs to be understood, and if someone doesn't have this, then you shouldn't call them a best friend. He would then speak about certain qualities of a friend that every friend should have. He would say, if someone doesn't have some of these qualities, they shouldn't be a best friend, and if they have none of these qualities at all, they shouldn't be considered a friend at all. And that is what we're going to go over today, inshallah. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So the qualities of a true friend. Imam mentions 5 qualities. Number 1, the first quality of true friendship is sincerity. Now what does sincerity mean? It's when the love of a person is true. When I'm praising you in front of your face, I'm praising you behind your back. Not that I'm praising you in front of your face, I'm saying, oh, alhamdulillah, what a nice kid, he's so good, and then behind the back to someone else I'm saying, astaghfirullah, you know, he does all these bad things. That's not how it is. That's not true friendship. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, evil is the servant of Allah who has 2 faces. He welcomes in one face and alienates in the other. Now the word alienates, it means to isolate or keep someone away. Here the Holy Prophet is speaking about a 2-faced person, saying that one face is welcoming and one is isolating. These are 2 opposites of words. And he explains that this as not only a bad quality, but as evil in the eyes of Allah. So that is the first quality of a friend, to always be sincere. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. The second quality of a friend is that they should be concerned about you. When they see something good in you, they feel happy. They should feel proud of you. When they see something bad in you, they should be concerned about it, not indifferent. Sometimes we find ourselves, seeing someone make a mistake, and we'll be like, oh, I don't want to get involved. I feel like I should let him make all his own mistakes and learn from it, and I shouldn't concern myself in it. A true friend would not be able to bear witnessing his friend making a mistake, especially if it can hurt them in this dunya and the akhirah. That goes towards your amr bil ma'ruf and nahy anil munkar. You're trying to forbid the evil. If you are giving someone who you consider a friend the same attention you would give to a random person, how can we consider this friendship at all? This quality is a really important indicator in friendship because it shows the impact that friends have on one another. When you do something good, it makes me feel happy. When you do something bad, it actually hurts for me to witness it. I feel bad about it, so I tell you about it. And that is true friendship. Having so much care for another person that we ultimately make each other better as people and as Muslims. So that's the second quality. The third quality is true loyalty. The loyalty to you should be true loyalty. As nothing should change in your friendship. Not wealth, not status, not position. For example, let's say someone is friends with another person and they come across some sort of wealth. Let's say their business that they're running starts booming. They start creating a new circle, speaking to new friends, other wealthy people, and essentially kick the other person to the curb. This is not true friendship. A more practical example. In school, I know there's this sort of hierarchy of people. One day someone may not be as popular, the next they're really popular, and they change the entire people that they talk to. Wealth, position, political status, none of these should change the way you interact with another person. The perfect example of this is between Imam Hussein alayhi salam and Hazrat Habib ibn Mudahir. They were both childhood friends, about the same age. When Imam Ali alayhi salam moved to Kufa, Habib ibn Mudahir would actually move there as well. When Hazrat Muslim ibn Aqil and Hazrat Hani bin Urwa were killed by Ibn Ziyad la'natullah, Kufa was sealed off. No one was in or no one was out without permission from the governor. On the 4th of Muharram, Bibi Zainab asked Imam Hussein, I've seen every day soldiers coming. Why are they all coming? There's only 72 men with you, while they have thousands. Do you not have anyone ready to come to your aid? Imam Hussein responded, saying, falsehood can buy you many supporters, but truth has few friends. He wrote a letter to Habib ibn Mudahir, telling him the situation in Karbala. Habib was eating with his wife and his young child. He read the letter, kissed it, and tears began to flow. His wife asked him, what's wrong? He would say, who would have ever thought that the people would be so thirsty for blood of the grandson of the Holy Prophet, whose name they utter in every adhan and every salah. Regardless of his status and his safety in Kufa, Habib heard his Mawla call him, and he responded, managing to slip out of Kufa and reach Karbala, where he would sacrifice his life for Imam Hussein. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
The examples of loyalty in Karbala are limitless. So that's the third quality, true loyalty. The fourth quality is that a friend does not hold back in his ability to help you. They don't withhold any of their assistance. If they can help you with anything, they don't hesitate to help at all. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of the phrase, a friend in need is a friend indeed. The meaning of this, a true friend is there when you really need their help or their support. Someone who is there during the rough times is someone who will truly care about you and your well-being. Imam Ali alayhi salam once called true friends a shelter in misfortune, meaning that they are the ones who you should turn towards, and they should always be willing and looking to help you. So that's the fourth quality. The fifth quality, similar to the fourth quality, a true friend does not abandon you in difficulty. It's not that when things become bad, whether it's socially, financially, politically, he abandons you and essentially kicks you to the curb. A true friend is there even in difficulty. Let's say, going back to the financial example, let's say the opposite happens. I financially become unstable, I need a lot of money, I'm kicked off my feet. Maybe someone else won't be able to help you with their money. Maybe they're not doing like extra well, but they can offer you assistance, offer you a meal, give you a little bit of money to help you get back on your feet. Even just talk to them. A true friend should be there and willing to help as well as they can. And let them know that you're there for them. This is the mark of a true friend. Imam Jafar al-Sadiq says that if you have all 5 of these qualities, then this is the best kind of friendship. But if you have none of these qualities at all, then this isn't a friendship at all. And this is really important to note, because when we make friends, it's easy to just think about making friends for a good time or to have fun. And while this is really important, because having fun is a part of a friendship, in Islam, it's important to understand the value the bond of a friendship has. And it holds much more weight than that. Allah has blessed us with friends to make each other better. Allah has blessed us with friends to bring us closer to Him through each other. On the opposite side, talking about the negatives a friend could do to you, the 6th Imam has also said, do not associate with people who always deviate from the religion. Because if you sit with them all the time, then you will be considered as one of them. He then quotes a hadith from the Holy Prophet where he says, a person is known by the religion, the akhlaq, and the behavior of his friend. If someone sees 2 people, let's say they know the first person as a troublemaker, but they don't know the second person at all. What are they going to think about the second person? They're going to think they're a troublemaker as well. So friendship does have an impact on our dignity and our vision in society as well. And one last story before we go to Masaib. In the Holy Quran, Surah Furqan, ayahs 27 to 29, these ayahs were actually revealed about 2 friends by the name of Uqba and Ubayd. They were both idol worshippers, but Uqba knew Rasulullah. He had been speaking with him in different settings before. Rasulullah one day impressed on him to become Muslim, and he accepted. Uqba accepted, but after becoming Muslim, his friend Ubayd would not leave him alone when it came to his faith. Every meeting was Ubayd trying to persuade Uqba to renounce Islam, to leave Islam and stop becoming Muslim. To the extent that eventually the peer pressure consumed Uqba, and he renounced Islam and became an idol worshipper once again. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about what would happen to them on the day of judgment in the Holy Quran. He says, and on the day of judgment, the wrongdoer, referring to Uqba, he will bite his hands out of regret. He will say, I wish I had followed the path of the Prophet. Woe to me. I wish I had never taken so-and-so as a friend. Allah doesn't mention any names here. He uses the word so-and-so. And to end off with ayah 29, he would say, it was him who led me astray from the ayat of the Quran when it came to me. And shaitan was the mastermind of all this. He is the one who will abandon the human being on the day of judgment. So these verses are him showing his regrets of this friendship and regretting not following the path of Rasulullah. He also mentions shaitan, and it reminds me of some ayat in the Quran. I'm paraphrasing here, but Allah says that the guilty will be talking, saying, oh, it was shaitan that led me astray. It was shaitan that took me and made these mistakes. And then shaitan will respond by saying, do I know you? He will respond with that, essentially saying, I was not the one who led you astray. You were the ones who made the mistake. And he will abandon you in Akhirah. The evil friends will abandon you in the dunya and in the akhirah, which is why it's extremely important to choose your friends carefully and cherish the strong bond you have with all of your true friends. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Today we take our hearts to Karbala and give condolences to the Imam of our time. Imam Hussein had set south from Medina in the darkness of the night. The family of Aba Abdullah were terrified. Imagine the Imam coming to his woman and his children in the middle of the night, telling the woman and children, we have to leave tonight. Of course the Imam had to leave. And people wonder why he had to bring the woman and children with him. It's because Bani Umayyah La'natullah were known to use the most treacherous tactics when pressuring their opponents. including taking the women and the children in order to force their opponents to do what they wanted. So the Imam had to leave. The first thing he did was go to his grandfather's shrine. He said, Assalamu alayka ya Jadda, Assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah. My grandfather Rasulullah, take me to you. I don't want to come back to this world. The Imam fell asleep. In his dream, he saw Rasulullah. He said, do you recognize me, my grandfather? I am the son of your beloved Fatima. Take me to you. I don't want to go back. How does Rasulullah respond? He says, Ya Hussein, the future of my nation rests on your sacrifice. The day of judgment depends on you. Ya Hussein, you can stay with me if you want, but if you go, you will make your mother Fatima happy. Abu Abdullah wakes up and he knows what to do. He goes to the grave of his mother Fatima. Abu Abdullah has all his memories in Medina. He then goes, he informs the women and the children, the brothers and the children, the men of Bani Hashim to get ready for the journey ahead. Hazrat Abbas is the first to come. Of course he is. He is the commander of Hussein's army, the one-man army of Abu Abdullah. Ali Akbar rushes to join his father because he is Hussein's sacrifice on the day of Ashura. Qasim and Abdullah, the sons of Imam al-Hassan, they rush to their uncle because they want their father to be represented on the day of Ashura. Sakina comes to her father because Islam needs a beacon in Sham. Everyone joins Abu Abdullah. The caravan is now ready. The men of Bani Hashim have answered the call of Abu Abdullah. Now it's the turn of the princess of Bani Hashim to join them. Bibi Zainab had told her husband that wherever Imam Hussein goes, I will go. But before Zainab comes, they have made the camels and carriages ready. But for Zainab to come out of her home, the youth of Bani Hashim create a corridor so that no one can catch a glimpse of the daughter of Fatima. The hadith said that when Fatima would come out of her house, no one could even see her shadow. If only Fatima knew what would happen to the woman of Bani Hashim. This is the level of modesty. Zainab leaves her home, heads towards the carriage. As soon as Hazrat Abbas sees his sister, he falls to the ground, places one knee on the sand. He places the other as a step for Zainab to enter the carriage. Abbas is happy because al-Banin must have been observing this, saying, thank you, my son Abbas. This is how I raised you. This is how you treat your sister Zainab. But Abbas, I also raised you such that you don't come back without your brother Abu Abdullah. Make sure as soon as your heartbeat is beating in you, you are defending Abu Abdullah. Zainab rode in their carriage. Yes, they were terrified. Yes, they were scared. But Zainab was still treated with the honor befitting the daughter of Ali and Fatima. She had her protectors with her. She had her brothers with her. Compare this to the scene on the 11th of Muharram. The enemies said, we will help you on the back of the camels. Zainab said, no one come near us. We will take care of the woman and the children. Once they helped the woman and the children, they placed them on Zainul Abidin on the camel. They chained his blessed neck to his blessed hands and his legs under the belly of the camel. The one thing no one realizes, everyone was helped onto the back of the camels. But until no one was left but Zainab. What does Zainab do? She turns towards the river Furat. She yells out, Abbas, where are you? You were the one who held me on the back of the camel in Medina. Where are you, oh my Abbas? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Matam Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein.